And the reason why I'm doing this voiceover is because in the actual video, the other one, the 23-minute one, uh, a lot of people don't seem to understand that we don't have a Z-barb here, as well as the other wizards actually playing more proper than I am. Sure, I'm not using the pet gem or the Enforcer as the proper name of the gem. I'm using Stricken for the Rift Guardian mostly, as well as just a more well-rounded play, rather than having to isolate and strictly isolate elite packs. We don't have a Z barb to isolate the elite packs, and even if we do have a barb here, I would say we still have more density than you would expect to have the enforcer doing work, isolating the elites. Thank you for watching, and I hope that this voiceover makes sense. All right, so let's go ahead and do uh, 126. We just did the 125. My friend on his stream is saying that we can do 126 because we just did the 125. So let's go ahead and once we're ready, we're gonna try 126. And yeah, um, we don't have a Z bar, but we did the 125 anyway, so we should be able to handle 126. If the RNG gives us decent maps, we're gonna do it. So let's go ahead and get started with it whenever you're ready. All right, here we go. All right, we got Halls of Agony. Uh, it's not the best of maps, obviously, and what's worse is we got half Fire Shamans in mass and half those Pet Summoners. Now, Pet Summoners are amazing for progression, but not the Fire Shamans. Uh, yes, here I took down some of them, but there are still a lot, plenty of them, and only in season 21 where the seasonal theme, fire shamans and all that are great, but not last season nor this season. So anyway, back to this fight. Now this fight, there's so many additional pet summoners and fire shamans on the ends that it does hurt quite a bit. And then this other wizard just got hurt down to 1/4 HP, while I got hurt only by 1/4. So wherever the wizard's at, he's taking a lot more damage than I do, and he's playing more proper. Of course, we have to also consider that he's playing from Oceanic, so that might be one of the reasons why he's dropping health. But if he's playing a more proper setup and he's dropping again HP, and now he procced, so and then he's now hurt again, and I mean the consistency of this damage taken, uh, I would say one is definitely the ping, but two, it's just the proper setup is not the most proper. And of course, he could be playing the Frost Nova way if he chooses to, but he's also not playing the Frost Nova way, um, which could help him out in a situation of ping. Uh, and for those that who play the proper way with the Frost Nova, I'm sure this is easy. Okay. But if you had to tank the damage like I do or like he does, I'm pretty sure you're gonna be falling pretty hard. Um, at our Paragon, especially because we don't do rats for experience, and he just ripped. He actually got a death timer here, and yeah, and here he goes again. He got procced. So normally, right? Yep, he ripped again. So normally, DPS setups in groups is that once you fall once, you fall the second time. And to me, honestly, that falling second time is more punishing than the first death. So here I'm finally taking more damage now, as we enter the second, third phase when when the elite starts to be down below 20%, that's when the pain starts to occur, as well as tanking the poison fog damage. So over here, we're skipping this big center room because there's just way too many fire shamans and pet, and obviously we are elite hunters, so we do elite hunting. But if you were to try to tank those fire shaman and pet ones, good luck. And anyway, here, what's really painful here is the Act 5 Anarchs, which is dropping the ice trails or snow trails or avalanche trails. And I got hurt really, really badly here because it is, and the other wizard obviously procced, knowing that in the last fight, which was easier than this one, and I'm skipping a lot of it down to the last bit because I want to skip to the third set of fight that I want to highlight to voice over uh, what is looking really, really tough is the fact that I just saw how many monsters there are right here, as you can see. Yeah, this is not pretty to tank, and sure, if you have like crazy damage, this is probably easy, but again, you're supposed to be an elite hunter, but if you want to try to tank that damage straight up without Frost Nova version, go ahead and test it on the 126, just like we do with the same group comp. Look at the pain near the door. Yeah, and I normally don't take that much damage, but that was just really painful. And now we can see that there's actually two total elites, not just one. So let's go ahead and watch this fight. So don't look at me so much. Look at where the positioning of the other wizard is. Yes, we have to account again that he's playing from Oceanic, so he might have some latency issues fighting two elite packs. But hey, if he's fighting two elite packs and he's surviving better, which he is surviving better, just to let you know, that is strange. He got procced. That is strange to me because if it's one elite, why is one elite easier than two elites with even crazier affixes? So we have what elites? What affixes do we have? We have frozen affix. We have plagued. We have spearmen and its bulls. So now here I got procced earlier, so I have to play the same way that he is playing now, by being in the corners, as well as the fact that two or three of them are now walking towards the side anyway, knowing that two out of three people are on the side. So then these elites will follow them and charge at them, so they end up being up top in the corners and the sides. So I have to play the same positionings as they do. And yes, my party members ripped, and I almost ripped there as well. I got pretty lucky considering that I got procced early on, and I still am getting pretty lucky, and I'm playing much more scaredy cat because uh, it's two elite, not just one. If it was just one, I shouldn't be playing this uh, scared. But the fact that it is how it is here, the situation that we have, sure, again, once again, if you killed these elites within the first two cycles, good for you. But try tanking this straight up as though you don't have that damage. Good luck. No Frost Nova allowed, things like that. Just uh, try to uh, match the situation before you say something. Okay? Yeah. So uh, he's playing more on the side and corners, and it's interesting how he's surviving better in uh, two elites versus one elite earlier in two earlier fights that I discussed earlier, right? So now that we are down to one again, which this is the one that's hurting the most out of the charging bulls and this elite. This elite's the one that's causing a lot of trouble during our fight, believe it or not. Yeah. Dodging bulls is one thing, but dodging bulls and the frost the frozen affix from this guy is not as easy as you think. So this was the guy that's causing more pain than necessary during the Bulls fight. And then fighting two elites at the same time is should have been more difficult for the other wizard than I do. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this voiceover makes sense.